on the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back again. It is our time of the night where we have to talk about what happened in that court. I know you've been waiting for us, but yay! Kunensizwa ehluphayo. Angeke ngize ngisho ngegama. Yeah. Guys, tell me, what did you think about what happened? And greeting, Emil. Greetings. I have to greet you again. I mean, we are in this situation of court adjournment now and then. What do you think?
Expect more.
Yeah, we're going to expect more because there are a lot of rectifying, in my opinion.
There's a lot going on. A lot of nip and tuck. Gritty-nitties there and there, fixing the nitty-gritties here and there. Although this time around it felt like they were trying to take away the responsibility from Advocate Baloyi or the state in particular. They were trying to make it seem like it's not their fault that transcripts are missing and were not checked before they were handed over. It has nothing to do with them. It's just a glitch that is very unusual and that doesn't usually happen. Hi, hasibonge ku ballistic expert of the defense because wowee. Had it not been for him going to YouTube and just taking what he was given as it was given, we would be hearing something like, can the defense quote from the record where Mangena ever said that? Nyala Sudava, guys, you know what happens in that courtroom. It would have been like, can you quote from which passage or which part of the record was Mangena quoted as saying that? And then as they page through, there's nothing to back up what the ballistic evidence or the ballistic expert will be saying. It will only be their notes. So to avoid such from happening, the ballistic expert was like, let me get everything, especially the court record. I need that, please, before I give my part of evidence. Well, we don't know what is so crucial to him with regards to that part of the ballistic evidence of Colonel Mangena.
Yeah, so
we will
so
find out.
Just before you say, so we have decided to have a special edition where we are going to relook at that, Emily. I think
on a separate
video. Please watch out for
I
that.
I haven't started relooking at the testimony, but I will go through it, guys. We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's important. It's very important since now it's being brought up like this. But let me quickly go through what went down in court today, or was it yesterday?
Yeah, it is yesterday. Oh, it's close to yesterday.
Yeah. Well, this morning, the cross-examination of ballistic expert Colonel Chris Mangena was expected to commence, and it has been more than a year since he testified. So after battling with securing their own expert, proceedings started with the state handing up exhibits of Kelly Khumalo's phone. I think is the ones that Stein was testifying on. And the state prosecutor advocate Judge Baloyi said that the delay in the commencement of proceedings today is that while going through the transcript or the transcribed records, there are parts of Colonel Chris Mangena's evidence which are missing. He said that they received 2 sets of transcript records. So for the 30th of August 2023, which is a day where Colonel Mangena was giving his evidence in chief with Advocate Baloyi, and the 31st of August 2023, which was the following day, which I think was cut short just before cross-examination of the defense. And they said that they needed to make other arrangements to have their own expert. And then Chris Mangena during that week also said that he couldn't be available for the upcoming days or the upcoming week because he had to go to another country. So Baloyi then said the evidence of Colonel Mangena that pertains to the findings he arrived at, the court charts that he had prepared, and he suggested that they listen to the recordings to see if the missing parts are in the recording and that they will take it from there. Baloyi said that the missing parts are crucial for the purpose of cross-examination and for the witness, and it's been close to a year since he has given his evidence. He proposes that the matter stand down to listen to the recordings, and all the defense lawyers agreed. The judge asked Colonel Mangena if he still had his own notes on the evidence that he gave. Mangena said that he had a transcript. Then the judge asked about the notes he had when he was giving evidence. Mangena, you could tell that he didn't really understand what the judge wanted.
Because he didn't have what the judge was asking for.
And then he said he didn't have any notes. The judge asked him how he testified without any documents that he was referring to. And Mangena said that he was referring to his statement when he was giving evidence. So Mangena confirmed that he handed the copies of the charts that he was referring to, and the judge asked Mangena if he had gone over his evidence, if he had some of it or not all of it, because some of it he did not receive it. Even the ones that Advocate Baloyi was referring to, he said that he doesn't have those parts of the transcript as well. So the judge said that he kept his notes. He's talking about himself now, the judge, about how he writes everything down, and he has his own notes from the first day. And if Mangena, for example, were to pass on today, he will say that on this particular date, he testified and said this. So when counsel reconstructs evidence that is missing, they have recourse to do their own notes, and it appears that they didn't have their own notes referring to the defense. So what I was getting here was that he would have rather preferred for the defense to give their ballistic expert their notes instead of the full court record. The very same court record that
which is useless, man. Why would you bring an expert, as they would say, scientific expert? Why would you bring someone like that and then give him your non-scientific notes? Why did you even bring them at first place? Because you didn't understand. So you needed help. You needed someone who would understand at the same level. What's the point of giving them any notes that you have done about this while there's transcript?
I found that very strange.
There's transcript.
Because I was also thinking about the fact that the state will be standing up and objecting to say that never was said like that. Where's the record? Where's the record where it's being referred to? Do you understand what I'm saying? So if they were going to be objecting to this, and then there's no record, what were they going to use to back up their claims? Or what they would put?
I want to hold myself, you know, but I just happen to be in that sickness of having foot in the mouth. I have a foot on my mouth now. So the problem that I see here when I am in is that they did not just grow legs and disappear, this transcription, in my opinion.
So you're speculating?
Yes, allegedly. They did not.
What had happened?
After carefully considering listening to the record, maybe it's better we relook at the record later, so that we can all understand. There were things that were said there.
Okay.
There was opinion that was given there by the likes of Mangena, that if you're going to bring an expert on the other side of the defense, now it's going to be difficult to back it up, in my opinion. But I don't want to give you more than what I just said. But in my opinion, I feel like it's strange because if you listen, I mean, as you go on, we are going to now listen to the call between the the employer and the employee. I don't know whether it's tendering system gone wrong, but yeah. So,
what do you mean tendering system? Gauteng transcribers. Is it Gauteng? What
it
was?
sounded to me like they are independent. They are getting paid. They charge at a certain, I don't know, whatever, how they charge.
They said the invoice.
Yes.
It will come with the invoice, the record.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, you don't say that if you are hired by the state properly, direct, unless you are a company that is transcribing for them. So it sounds to me that woman was saying, we finished our transcription at 4 hours, 2 minutes. And I went back to look at that video.
Okay.
The so-called edited SAPC video. The only thing that it does...
It's not edited, by the way.
Yeah. The only thing that it does, in my opinion, is it has some quiet times, which I don't think the record has.
It's not edited.
Yeah.
It's a live broadcast.
Yeah. So...
There's a difference.
Not to discount that it can be edited, because we don't want to sound like Pinky Fine Dillingham saying that things cannot be edited. It can be edited. The live can be edited.
After it has
After
been
it has
broadcast
been
live.
broadcast, yes. You can cut the breaks, you can do anything.
there's a
If they want to,
possibility.
SABC, if they were having someone who's working there, but they enjoy this part. So what I'm trying to say is that it seems to me that person, what was not done there is to fact check. Give us the transcript that you sent to the so-called person that you sent to. Let us see that transcript so that we conclude that, okay, this transcript was not finished.
Do
you believe
are
that it
onto
was not
something
finished?
there, because usually when stuff like this happens, there's some kind of finding out processes to what happened. And then the person who was supposed to do what they did not do is held accountable in some way.
I think the defense gave the states an easy way out. Unless they are overconfident that whatever that is coming with the so-called that I expect is solid. But all I'm trying to say is that, in my humble opinion, I've learned from years of experience of following this case that you cannot simply take the words of people that are said in court. In fact, in that record, if you listen to it, this is where Baloyi at some point alluded that it's common cause. Some of the things, whether he's going to call this, what we call these people that is accept. In fact, in that record, I can safely tell you, the people that were referenced there, some of them never came. They were provisionally accepted on the base hearsays evidence. They were provisionally accepted, but they never came. Because we are told now that we are left with few people.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And the defense has let that go. If you listen to some of these records backward, you would realize that there were people that Baloyi promised that is going to bring.
They never came.
Mangena had a lot of hearsays there. Evidence. And
as in like people he
that's
was
when
referring
he started,
to.
that's when he started using its common cause. And the judge probed to say, are you saying that you've agreed with your colleagues, or they understand, or they know? And then Baloyi was like, my lord, if we have to bring I think there is a crucial person in that part. Ruofse. That person is very crucial.
Quoted a lot.
Yes, but and not only Ruofse.
But I don't remember Ruofse being called to testify. Has Ruofse been summoned to come to court to testify? Has he? I don't remember hearing the witness.
It's Captain Bartley, something like that. That person is very important. That is a person that is very important, in my opinion. I'm hoping that the defense will call such people, because honestly, those are people that were probing this case on a different direction. The link between Mangena and this evidence, it only started when Kinindi went to Mangena to say, please check this gun for me.
How can we
But
forget?
the collectors of this evidence, the initial collectors, are this person that I'm talking about. So they need to look at that.
Okay.
They need to look at that. That's why I'm saying we are going to visit it. Let me not finish everything here. We are going to work on it and finish it and bring it, dissect it piece by piece again, because it's important. There are a lot of things
I forgot. It's been a year
that were said there that do not make sense, because some of them, they ended up being hearsay. That's it. It's okay. Evidence was accepted as it is.
There's a lot of hearsay in Mangena's part. That part in particular, there were too many hearsays.
Do you remember the issue of how the gun was actually saved from dying?
Oh yes, about how it was supposed to be destroyed.
There is no explanation as to how it was saved. Why was it saved? Yonayota, this gun.
And then they got a hold of it just before it went there to be destroyed.
Ruloff's testified, yeah.
Oh, he testified.
Yeah, the one who did not testify is this Bentley, Colonel Badley. Yes, Badley.
Badley's the one.
Yes.
Yeah. So if Ross testified, that leaves that Badley.
Those are people who were interested initially to this thing. Why are they taken out completely while they are referenced in some of this evidence? In fact, even Mangena accepted that he found the gun in an open place. That's how now it was explained. Open seal bag. That's how now he was trying to explain it was actually the gun was about to be offloaded and be crushed.
Well, Mnisi said that they do have the notes that they are using in particular. They write notes every day. I'm sure we've seen that. I mean, they go busy, they're busy writing, putting the notes together for their clients. And the challenge is that they don't write everything that is being said. They pick what is important. And the judge is like, yeah, you write everything that's important. And Nisi said, what's important to him might not be important to Mr. Ramosipili, for example. And that is the challenge that they have, because they are representing different accused. What is important to accused number 1 might not be important to accused number 3. And to expect that the notes are the same is quite unfair. So he reminded the judge that all along it has been a norm that if you put something to the witness, you specifically refer him to the court record in order not to mislead them and not be able to put the court in a situation where the court may not be able to understand what is happening. And the judge once again tried to make it the defense's fault, in my opinion, by telling them that when they consulted the ballistic expert, they were supposed to take all the court records of the evidence abduced by the state and give him the expert their client's version, and then the notes. Then they must go and now and prepare. So I'm like, so you were expecting them to give the defense a ballistic expert records as well as their own notes. And he said that it baffled him. How could they have consulted the ballistic expert without Mangena's evidence? And he said that they had the whole year. So this year he was literally trying to deflect, to make it the defense's fault, that now the ballistic expert watched the YouTube video and realized that no, what I have is not complete. It's their fault.
Yeah, guys, just remember to smash that like button. like we mean it, smash the like button. And Lola, thank you for renewing your membership. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lona.
Lola.
Lola. Thank you,
Yes.
Lola.
Please smash that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed.
So, is it the defense's fault?
No, it's not the defense's fault. Yes, the nice thing about the defense is that they had someone who's ready to work. I would like to really, for now, clap for this man who's working behind the scene, helping, because that shows how much he takes serious of his work.
Yeah.
He's doing everything. He's even going to YouTube to listen and saying some of the things are missing. And once I say those things are missing, I think there is something problematic there. There was a lot of collaboration, in my opinion, that was done in that evidence of Mangena, as much as many of you were giving Mangena flowers. But from what I heard there, I was not happy, I was not impressed from what I heard from Oscar Pistorius. There was lot of personal opinion that, in my own opinion, was not relating to his expertise. The collaboration of the, what do they call these things? The gun hitting the floor and people who were close could be hit. It sounded like it was going the side of Miss Popola at the time, and I still believe that it was sort of collaborating the story, in my opinion. And then there was an issue of a gun that was not explained. The bullet that left us bamboozled by the how the bullet twisted back from hitting Senzo Meyiwa to hitting the door and then bounced back because the door was half open. You know, like it's like we were watching those Indian movies.
The kitchen counter behind glass jars.
It's like we were watching those Indian movies where someone can literally jump on a wall to catch someone who's falling. That's how the explanation of that, more especially with the issue of, and then he also kept on emphasizing on 2 shots, which I don't think that is his expertise. And my worry is that he was on the scene on the 27th. Now I'm giving a lot. See, knowing a lot and yeah. Let's just leave it like that. You'll find it on the video that we are going to record.
Okay. So Ramasipili said that they gave him all the transcript records and notes, and on Friday when they consulted, the expert told them that the record that they gave him is missing because he listened to YouTube, and the court previously told Mr. Mgomezulu that YouTube is not the record for court purposes. So they followed up and found out that 1.5 hours of court transcription was missing from the record. So the judge said that how long did they want to listen to the tape? And Baloi said that they wanted to check if the recording was there. It was not a matter of listening everything. They just wanted to check if it was indeed there or not. And if it's not there, he said, we have to think about a plan B and we'll take it from there.
So my worry is we can never find the truth in this case, because all the time when Baloi and the states at large, let me not put the name, is found with the pens down, there seem to be no accountability, but we rush to the solution. Compared to the defense, when the defense have done a blunder, there's going to be probing. Even the issue of if you are absent, sometimes the judge would scare you about the history of how he decided to get someone checked. These people who are on the docket, they be found, these people who are sitting there, should they be found sick? There's always probing of whether they are sick or not, as if they are enjoying their stay in jail. Now they would just escape and then go chill in jail. That's how it has been. That's how it has been. But when things like this, such as the transcription, that in my opinion, this is the first time, everyone is saying it's the first time I hear of this thing. Why are we not probing what happened?
I don't know.
Why are we not saying what really happened? Why didn't you transcribe this? Why are we not saying that? You know, why are we coming with the solution? How long do you need? And that's been a procedure, I think, that the judge undertook, in my opinion, to say every time the state has a problem, I'm gonna rush into the solution.
I'm not even gonna ask what happened.
How much do you need? How much do you need?
I'm not going to find out who's responsible.
Why not? You are even going to an extent of calling these people at home and saying, hey, what this is what you are not saying. Did you finish transcribing? According to you,
were you done? Did you do
the whole transcription? Yes.
Or you just decided to leave that part out because maybe you were tired, or maybe you couldn't hear, or I need a reason as to why you stopped.
No one is asking that. Everyone is saying, okay, please do it all, as if now the judge is bending his back, as he would say, to help the defense. Do it all, start afresh, transcribe everything. This person could be paid double. This is our money. You heard what they are charging. You know, they could be paid double for the job that was already done. You know, this person maybe is not even gonna do anything. He's just gonna press the send button around 9 in the morning. You
know, and resend what they had sent initially.
Yes.
For all we know,
because I don't believe that there's someone. Out. Yes.
Because she's not stressing. She wasn't stressing about it. You know, woman, when you know that something is not there, you will stress and be like, I need more time. I need more time. You hear me? It won't be like, okay, tomorrow morning by 9 o'clock, it should be fixed. That was so easy for me. Like, I'm like, who was going to sacrifice their sleep impromptu to transcribe in the middle of the night?
She's saying, I transcribed up until 4 hours, 2 minutes. If there was 47 or 57 minutes that were added, then I don't know. In her mind, she's thinking that there's an additional recording that was not sent to her. But if you go, and I implore you to actually just go view that 30 August 2023. I think it's 5 hours, 20 something minutes. You minus 1 hour there of a break, which is normally not 1 hour. Maybe it's 1 hour, 10 minutes. And then you minus that break, that 15 minutes, which is normally not 15 minutes. Which is normally not 15 minutes. It could be 20 minutes. You get that 4 hours. So this person transcribed everything.
According to her, she transcribed everything.
Instead, we are told about the JP that we really do not care about at this point in time.
Ew, JP. JP.
We do not care about that JP at this point in time. What we care about is what exactly happened to Senzo.
Well, the judge said that he can't do it, otherwise he'd give everyone his notes. But it's not about the notes now, isn't it? Because he said his notes, he records everything that happens in the court, everything. So Ramasipili said that the issue at hand is not really the personal notes of any of the counsel here. It's what's on record. Okay, it's the transcript. That's not the issue here. I don't know, this obsession of wanting to blame the defense for everything. There's something he must find that it's their fault that he has to call for the delay. The notes, he's obsessing about the notes. When did the notes of every single lawyer ever become an issue with a judge? I mean, the notes I don't understand. Because what if I choose not to write notes like Mngomezulu over there and everything I recorded in my own special, unique way? Or even if I do write notes, some people use shorthand writing. And your handwriting, I may not be able to read your handwriting. So what did notes, like they are in high school, they are treated like they're in school. They're in primary school and the teacher needs to check everything. And he's the teacher in a classroom. So I don't understand that obsession that he had wanting to hold.
It's not even an
notes.
Obsession, if you ask me. It's a behavior of, in my opinion, of of a teacher who sometimes needs to create that threat so that you do not ask certain questions that could be a problem to that teacher.
Like now you just brought up certain things.
You look at how even in that session in August, how Nis was set down, was told to sit down. And if you listen, like there was a bit, and at the time we were not happy about the defense. They look more scared than anything.
And we were starting to now see the red flags with the current judge. They started to show around that time when Mangena was testifying that kukhona manukushaman. Lo judge lo. I was going through my notes as well. I was like, this is where I started noticing Ratha's
something was not right.
Something was not. We're still giving him the benefit of the doubt then. We're like, no ways, no. But something didn't feel right about how he begafagaza, man. I even wrote it in my notes. I'm like, ay man, uyafagaza lo judge. Why fagaza kangaka? It's very interesting when I go back and reflect.
It is worrisome to say the least how the judge is behaving, even when the state, in my opinion, is wrong. It doesn't seem like that. It doesn't.
No.
They must find something that is gonna make the state look.
The defense is
look not ready, not prepared. So they've been, in my opinion, doing that. Even Balu shifting the blame to say we are postponing because of the defense, because the defense didn't consult properly. But yet the defense is the one that brought the issue of the transcription not being sufficient for the ballistic expert that they have. In fact, it's a ballistic expert himself, because he didn't want to be, how do I put this, take a side. In fact, I like what he did. He went straight to what might be perceived as an independent information than the one that can come from the defense, even though he's working with the defense.
So the judge now brought up the judge president, and he said that he is perturbed by this case. He actually made remarks that he thinks that Naratam Khwatling is enjoying this case. That's why it's not finishing. He said that the JP wants this case to finish and be finalized because this case affects some persons.
That's where I had a problem. Because
and they want to know how it finishes.
Who's that persons? Who are those persons? Because the people that are affected by this case, they are sitting there. And the Senzo Meyiwa family.
And there's no reference so far that has indicated for them to care. Because if they cared, they would have listened to Senzo Meyiwa when he said these guys did not do it. But they didn't care for him and what he had to say. And now we are here.
So now we're told about these persons that want to know about the verdict. Who
are these persons? Who are these persons?
Is it still a factor, in any case? Is it still a factor?
Who are these persons that are so interested in this case and how it finishes? I think Gerinel, though.
I like, sometimes...
He's quiet again.
I like foot in the mouth. Because sometimes you say things without checking them. And I like
when you talk too much.
Yeah, I like people who like to believe that they are clever. Because they end up over talking others and they end up giving a lot of information away.
Yeah, because you want to be the one who's always talking all the time. You'll end up giving information away because you don't want other people to talk.
You run out of things to talk about.
Yeah, and you also
you want to show your wisdom. You want to show your cleverness all the time. So you end up saying things that you're not supposed to say.
So after that adjournment of listening to the records, the judge asked Colonel Mangena if it has ever happened that when he comes to court and the records went missing. And Mangena said that it is his first time in 30 years. 30 years he's been in the police.
Welcome to Baloyi's court.
He said that it's his first time. And the judge said for him, in 50 years, this today, what had happened, was his first time that he's experienced records or court transcripts going missing.
Like it is first time to have an advocate coming from the lower court going up with the case from a different jurisdiction to there's a first time for everything. In
this case, it's a first time.
It's a first time hearing that a judge can take a case without an approval of the so-called JP or whatsoever. Judge president, it's the first time. You know, it's the first time that judge eventually gets to be changed, and then we have brought someone who's flowing in their own way. It's the first time.
There's a lot of firsts.
There's a lot of first time. It's the first time that we had a lawyer who was representing people in that court pro bono being arrested. It's the first time.
It's the first time.
It's the first time we
had arrested in the court.
Mm.
And then that was not enough, arresting him in the court, arrested again. For what, we don't know.
It's the first time to have a case that has two dockets and they're not squashed together. It's the first time.
It's the first time.
Where we have different investigators separated. It's the first time. Even when you were told that somewhere, somehow, some investigator decided to steal some important part, and you ignore that. It's the first time hearing about those things.
For everything.
But we are here. I mean, it's the first time people are arrested on hearsay.
Yeah, basically they are arrested and charged for hearsay at this point.
It's the first time a gun that is about to be crushed,
linking them
eventually is found, and it's wherever it is. It's not in a seal bag. It comes back. It gets people to be arrested after someone had checked it and did not find anything, even with the ashing. Someone comes with a different type of projectile or bullet, and then all of a sudden there's a match. It's the first time.
But I said that it's portions that are not audible. From 1430 to 1524 on the 30th of August. Okay. And now the judge was like, that transcriber, unless if they come to court, they'll have to proceed. Court officials were called to explain the transcription and when it can be made available. And it turns out there's a supervisor of this whole transcription department by the name of Mbali. However, she was on leave. She's the chief administrative clerk and she's on leave. So they ultimately called a lady by the name of Stephanie, who is responsible for the actual transcribing of Gauteng transcribers, and it seems like it's a tender of some sort, and she's in charge. And you heard how she was speaking. Would say, "Oh, girl is in charge."
Yeah. So what I'm laughing at is that this tender issue is pinned to us, people of color. Hey guys, wake up. Wake up. They wake up. These people have tenders for days, man. I'm talking tenders from government.
Where does one hook me up with a tender for transcribing? Where does one get such tenders?
It's alleged for now, but it sounded like that because that woman was literally disconnected from what the court is saying. The other woman of no color kept on saying, "I'm in front of the judge." The woman was so relaxed, it's like, come on.
She wasn't even shaking. I was like, there's a difference. Even the judge himself, I was expecting him to be upset at how this lady's addressing her, but he was not.
The other person was
he held it in. He contained himself. And I'm like,
what in the hell you expect me to say just because you're in front of the judge? I'm sorry, sir. 5 hours cannot be done in a day because we charge, That's how things are.
Way to go, Stephanie.
Even when you was throwing shades. When you wanna go at someone,
Hi, Stephanie Humboldt, Judge Mokgoteng.
and you realize that, hey, actually, these are type of people that I respect the most. You know, in my he keep on biting.
I'm
his tongue.
hearing you, but I'm saying that 1 hour of transcribing is gonna take literally 4 hours. Imagine if it was me saying that, I would be fired tomorrow. I would be taken to a disciplinary hearing.
If it was tender, it would be cancelled.
It would be cancelled. It would be taken away. And they were gonna want to find out what had happened, how corrupt I am. It would have been a whole thing. Headlines on the papers. How many
tenders have we heard of in this case? If this tender exists, this one of transcribing. So is that one of AVL?
It's also a tender to the police, SAPS.
And then we also have someone who can resign and become a friend of the police and come back and help them.
And be recalled.
Nice life
come
problems.
And testify for the second time.
Nice life problems.
We let us be honest, we cannot get away with that.
Nah.
We would not be allowed to do such. Okay, there would be headlines on papers.
A guy who resigned to extort the government money. Can you imagine how
the headline
would be put? So a police who was trained.
In fact, Stephanie proved to me that as funny.
No, as fun. We are not funny.
We are not the same.
Ritwan.
Hi. So Stephanie. I will back in.
When you guys talk about state capture, remember that.
Remember this. What you just saw today, keep it in your mind. That you know what? As fun.
I cannot submit the transcription to you. I need to send it.
Hi, Stephen. I'm going Stephen. Stephen, we back
in order. Judge, I order you to submit and give these people this transcription once you are done. I'm sorry, I cannot submit it to you. I'm gonna have to give it to. Oh, he's on leave. Oh, sorry.
You wanted to cry. You wanted to cry.
Yeah, I
saw him. He was very touched.
Almost turned red. Eh? This one is hey, I'm in front of the judge. Hey, I'm in front of the judge. Sorry, we cannot do 5 hours. I was thinking, we are standing down for 2 days. Yeah, as fun. No, as a fun. That must be in your head. As fun.
Cry the beloved country. South Africa, our land.
No, he's on leave. He's on leave. That one. So I'm standing for Mbali. I'm standing for Mbali. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have to send it to Mbali. Mbali's gonna have to send it to you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you say, it does not matter. The fact is, I know Mbali and I trust Mbali. I don't trust any judge. But can you? Oh, well, I cannot blame. I probably would have done that if I was following the case. Oh, no. I'm going to have to send it to Mbali. And no judge is going to give me orders. I don't report to you.
Yeah, Stephanie, Stephanie demonstrated all those nitty-gritty issues that I have in the employment sector of this country. In the overall job space. You know, the mental gymnastics of waking up and going to work and realizing that Stephanie, they exist in this country. And they are enjoying life. While you have to, Kotama, you have to show respect. Otherwise, that tender is gone. In the snap of a finger, they will take it away. In fact, some people don't even do anything wrong. They are perfect, get their work done. But they'll be somewhere, somehow, requirements and requestings from them to do wicked things or things they don't want to do. Just to keep the tender.
You see, this is where you learn economics 101. That one, we are not the same. Two, the rules that are put for certain companies are only meant for certain people, and they get the job, by the way. Because if you ask me, if we were to go check on those tenders, unlike ours, they have an expiry date, and then others don't have an expiry date.
Yeah, good to sunset clauses or something like that. You contractor can I pay? It's for life. Yeah. Once the person who took the tender passes on, someone within the company continues with their legacy. I pay, but with us,
you try gunning for that story. One, then you become the Zooptas.
Yeah.
You're like, this one. Look at this one.
Headlines, papers.
And the clever blacks buy it.
And then they come and they add. I can see over there getting paid. They come and now
some of them don't even get paid, Shame. They just voluntarily, they
want to shine. They want to say, look at me, see me. I agree with you, master. Allegedly. Then opportunities will open. Because why? You are vocal. You are vocal in that department. You are needed. You are a soldier. Hallelujah. So yes, they said that, the telephone calls are made live they were made live in court where they were talking to the Stephanie. And the judge ordered her to transcribe the whole record initially of the 30th. And she said that 1 hour of court takes about 4 hours to transcribe. And I was like, some of us who've worked in transcribing before, in 4 hours, that was not the case. And on 4 hours, in fact, you get paid for a word, 50 cents a word.
Make it happen.
The transcribers at the bottom.
You know what would be the correct word to say if it was a person like me saying I cannot do it within and send it at night? The final word was going to be make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. And you know what?
By tomorrow morning, I wanted all of it. The whole 4 hours. So it meant somebody was not going to sleep. But not Stephanie. Stephanie said, no, I'm getting my beauty rest today. I'm sleeping. Ain't no way I'm going to be working. And even how she was assertive over the phone. Just like, it takes us 4 hours. I'm not going to that will not be able to be done overnight. Sorry. 4 hours.
I like them. I'm not going to say who, but I like them. They stand for their ground. I've never had a situation where they've compromised.
No.
These people don't compromise. Never.
And it's going to come with the invoice.
Exactly.
It's work that has already been done, but it's going to come with an invoice. So it means there's literally nobody's fault for this whole mess up. Nobody's asking the right questions to say, can we see, if you're saying that you transcribe the whole thing, can we see that it's actually there? No, nobody wanted to do that follow-up.
Nice,
so can we at this point say that it's Stephanie's fault? I don't think so.
I'm saying nice life problems. They are all on leave. The person who hired the other person is on leave. They're just all on leave. And all of a sudden there's a transcription that is missing. I'm just saying. So, do I believe the circus in court? No, I don't. Do I believe it could be man-made? Maybe. I mean, the script writer in this process keeps on surprising us. So I really do not believe that this is a coincidence of things happening. I don't believe in coincidence myself. I believe whatever that I believe.
So even the judge, Bambuzange email utiheaven.com. So it's quite clear he didn't want. He's very well aware that it's recorded and stuff. So he asked if it could not be sent to the court register. So because if it is sent to Mr. Baloyi, they're going to say the evidence is being cooked. And I'm like, but why are you so protective of Mr. Baloyi in this instance? In fact, you're going the extra mile by even doing a job that I believe is his. In the Bayama transcript, usually Baloyi was hands-on with it, and that's because he's the prosecutor of the court, right?
Yes.
All of a sudden it has changed and become the judge's responsibility. And on
Baloyi
top of that...
Floyd wa MK.
Give Floyd wa MK.
Yes.
Kiki organizer.
Everything should be fine.
Organizer.
He even has that friend of his that can drag the hell out of whatever that he's doing.
Hey,
he's got that man.
Hey, Sibanda
can send him to make sure things are fine.
Well, yeah, Stephanie said she'll be able to do all of that by 9 a.m. in the morning. And the way she was addressing the judge reminded me of how nice it is to be of no color in this country. She pretty much did not care who she was speaking to. And even the judge was hurt in the end when he said, I thought I was a judge, but now I'm a secretary. The way Stephanie humbled him. Stephanie is a legend. Humbled Judge Radam Kwateng in his own court. Wow. So in the back of my head also, I could not help but wonder if all of this was not supposed to be done by Advocate Baloyi, because in the past, when it came to transcript, he would be the one who's always making sure that everything was in order, right? But now all of a sudden, he's taken a back seat and the judge is the one fighting literally for his reputation.
You cannot be a Michael Schumacher and be a mechanic and everything. This man gets sick, he disappears, he comes back, and the other people are coming to court. There's a lot happening in this. You know, I'm sure the script writer did not think about the whole process of what would happen if your main actors are really becoming actors and writers and everything. In my opinion, I'm just allegedly, I'm just saying that now it seems as if whatever plan we had is out of the window. We are just moving with the God's grace. May the Lord deliver us to the final path of this whole circus of court.
The kicker for me was when Advocate Baloyi was asking that they adjourn until Wednesday, and they're just like, no, tomorrow. I'm like, wow.
Don't worry.
You want
tomorrow.
an extra day?
Don't worry. Tomorrow, my Lord, I think we've managed to actually get an email from the transcriber. But the issue, my Lord, at hand right now is we did not get time to go through the whole transcript. So we therefore, my Lord, would ask for 1 hour adjournment to actually what is this word? Appraise ourselves with the transcript. And then, my Lord, I think we find each other with the defense, my Lord. So we would request for just little time, my Lord, to go through the transcription. Then expect that to happen for 2 hours. Then after that, when they come back, I think, my Lord, what we, as with the defense, we have found out that they might need time to consult with their clients, which the state has no problem with. We prefer that they do that because, I mean, to be fair to our learned colleagues, they got this thing in the morning around 10 to 10.
Why am I expecting it? The way he said Wednesday, my lord, would be more of an appropriate. I'm like,
what? How long do you need, my lord? I think just this is adjourned for now. We will see how far the defense can go, and then maybe we can come back at 2. Okay. We are coming back at 2 then. So do expect.
I can nonsense honestly speaking. I hear the Caesar saying, for me, that is not a court, it's a nonsense. I agree with you. It's just a matter
and then
of
2, they come back. Let me tell you what JP said yesterday. He said he's even thinking of taking me out of this case.
I think he wants to get off the bus.
In my
opinion.
In my years of working as a judge, in 50 years of working as a judge, I have never been taken out of the case because of incompetence. But in this court, in the very same court, this court, you found advocates that are not ready with information. Let me tell you about the times I used to practice. You know, our times, we used to write everything. Nothing was not important. Everything. Word to word.
And even
there was no transcription.
And even translate it in Afrikaans.
And even have to translate it in Afrikaans. The following day, we needed to come back to court prepared.
We wouldn't sleep.
My good friend
today.
My good friend Justice so and so can tell you about this. When we started the BLA, the
Black Lawyers Association,
it was because of that.
And if he hasn't thought of a way right now on how this can be the defense's fault, expect tomorrow to have a well-crafted argument as to why this is their responsibility to have made sure that their expert has the full transcript.
So, do expect
it
that
will
Wednesday
all depend
to
on whether Stephanie, by 9 o'clock, as she promised, she'll be ready or not.
Which I predict that it's going to be closer to 10 more than 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
We're talking about 10 to 22, something like that.
If about late so that there's another postponement and adjournment.
Yeah, so that the defense is going to complain about mushrooming evidence. and then we're going to postpone to the next day. But yeah, that's basically what you should expect. In that court, we have experience now. We are experts of...
we are experts of the Senzo Meyiwa trial.
We were declared.
Unfortunately,
that
we're declaring ourselves as experts. Tina sonke la kumzansi reality. If you've been with Mzansi reality, you are an expert of the Senzo Meyiwa trial.
Over and over and over again, you become an expert.
Yes,
so we are
know what might happen tomorrow if certain things don't happen. If by 9 o'clock, that transcript is not there.
Oh, it can happen that one of the accused come late. I mean, these things, there's synergy in how these things move. If I'm cornered, well, there's always a way out. You know, my lord, we've been told that accused number 1 is running late, my lord. I've tried to find out from the courts, from the warden. It's not clear, my lord, what is currently happening. But as soon as accused number 1 comes, my lord, we'll be ready to proceed.
Or someone might be ill, God forbid. But someone has been ill before. Some people have been ill before. It happens. But we don't know. We'll see tomorrow what happens. But as for it going smoothly, I don't think so. There will be a speed bump, another one.
I think all those people in court, they should have played soccer. You know, they have ways, in my opinion, of wasting time.
Okay.
Some of them, not all, some of them. They have ways of really wasting time. You know, when you are winning 1-0, throwing a ball can take 2 minutes. Just because you are handling it, the ball boy is giving it to you, you cannot handle it. It's dropping. Someone is throwing it to you. It hits you. You throw yourself down, as if that's what we are watching in that court.
And it does happen in soccer a lot. You just fly. As they're coming to you with the ball in your direction, you just.
When they throw the ball to you, you pretend as if they hit you with that ball. You just then you roll inside the pitch, because if you are outside, the game can start.
Oh my God!
So if there was ever an insinuation of Wednesday, then do expect a bit of disturbance. There's always a way of defying the court, in my opinion. That's my opinion. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to defy the court, you can always come with something. More so if you're a state.
That's being
my Lord,
like
we prefer to maybe start the following day, my Lord. Wednesday, I think it will be more suitable. It will be enough time for the defense to familiarize themselves with the transcript, with the script, even though it is something that will happen in that court and they were there, everyone was there. I'm just saying, it's. I mean, do expect such things and don't be disappointed if you see such things. Please like the video and share the video. Let's see what other people are saying. Emily, it's your turn now, guys. You can call. You can tell us what is in your mind. Yeah, but they are caught there. Ziabuya. Let us hear what you are thinking from your side. Let me hear here. But while I'm doing that, oh, there you go. Mzansi, hello.
Good morning, my lovies. How are you?
We're good. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm much better today.
Thank you.
I agree with you, Mr. Ado, when you say you like motor mouths. You and I are the same. I also like motor mouths. I like people who talk a lot. It's people who, motor mouths, who also like to be the center of attention. They struggle with silence. Silence makes them so uncomfortable. They always feel compelled to say something. When everybody's quiet in the room, they always have to say something. They can't just be quiet and just sit in the silence. So the old man yesterday, because he likes to be the center of attention, every time when the courtroom is quiet, because he likes to be the center of attention, he always has to say something. Yesterday, his tongue slipped and he revealed that, there are people who are interested in this case. And I'm just curious to know who these people are who are interested in this case, who wanted to finish so quickly. I'm very curious. And Stephanie, I think she was the star of the show yesterday. Stephanie was not shaken at all. The girl was very assertive. When she said hi to the judge, I was dead. I just couldn't believe that she said hi to him. She was trying to show him that, you know what? I don't care who you are. I know how to do my job. You're not going to come here and make demands and tell me what to do, And the other thing that Stephanie also did was Stephanie confirmed the inefficiency and incompetence in the public system. When she called out that black lady for not responding to emails, I was like, oh my goodness, there we go again. She just
Are you gonna respond to my email now?
You know,
Let me skip it 2000.
You've got to respond to my email.
Yeah, I'm also wondering if Rata got a little bit of fire lit up on his behind, because he was not entertaining Baloyi's lackluster performance at all. He even said, yes, sis.
Yes, sis. Jesus has called many times today.
Whether it was all an act for the jury, we are yet to see, right? But yesterday, the old man was not having it. The way Baloyi Alex spoiled the thing, he was even shocked when Rata said, no, we're coming back tomorrow. I agree. I agree with Mr. Anonymous Hori. Momentum we fedile. The car is moving on the rims now. The tires are off. So for Baloyi, hoping, they're just trusting in God that this thing will just turn out the way they want it to turn out. But I hope fedile. There's nothing here anyway, And I also have a bit of faith. In the ballistic expert. It seems like he's a meticulous guy and he really pays attention to detail. I mean, for him to go to YouTube and listen and all that kind of thing, just shows that he really likes his job and he takes it seriously. So let's hope for the best out of his report.
Yes.
Yeah. Other than that, what can we do? We can just keep liking the video and just, finding humor in this situation, because if we stay serious all the time, it's gonna break us apart. So sometimes we need to find a little bit of humor in it and just laugh at the situation, not because it's funny, but it's just a way of just getting us over the line for us to keep going and recharging.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love you guys so much. You take care and all the best, and see you on the next one.
Thank you. Yeah, Joseph Lang, I found my glasses. Who can trust Ratimza notes? I'm sure they're one-sided. Evan is out, by the way, guys, to attend something. He claimed that the DNA results were inconclusive. Yeah, you've got a point there. Yeah, I'm sure everything will be inconclusive. That is not in favor of the state. So if you trust those notes, then trust them at your own risk. Yeah, guys, keep on calling. Let's smash that like button. Let's see what we can find. That is someone on. You can call on WhatsApp. You can call on the cell phone number that is scrolling below, which is 071. And the WhatsApp number is 067-619-0343. That's a number on WhatsApp that you can call. But while you're doing that, smash that like button. Let's hear what you guys have to say. Sizwe 18, out of the people in the Khumalo house, how many has come to testify and how many police has come to testify? Oh, you mean the police? Because there were also some of them, they were also in the Khumalo house afterwards. Yes, so I guess they came in numbers. Some of them, they even annoyed us because it was like the Khumalo police that came. That's my thinking, but only at 3, right? I think it's 3. Yeah, we're in that house. It's 3 because others just came to help, like the police. Mrs. K, did you all notice Baloyi's fake bow when the judge was leaving the courtroom? It is fake, Why would it be fake? They seem to like each other. In my opinion, they seem to find each other a lot, allegedly, in my opinion also. Yeah, so please, guys, you have anything to say? I'm sure it was short for you. Like, for me, today was a day of laughing. Just have to laugh. And we enjoyed the part of the script about the person who was called. I don't know a name. I keep on forgetting a name, but I enjoyed that part because yeah, it felt like someone who did not care a bit, in my opinion, whether he's talking to a president, judge, president, he did not care. I'm getting to a point of being relieved, you know. They are exposing themselves bit by bit. Justice for Senzo Meyiwa, that is my mail. Thank you, I remember. Ibuo saying Baloi ofelletswe moto wa modimo batho uphelelwe. And then yeah, Sizwe, let me just call some of you because I see you are not in that mood of calling. Moms, thank you for being with us here today. Please smash that like button. Joe Munare, please smash that like button, and thank you for being here. Boitumelo MC Master, thank you for being here. As for the whole police camp being the witness, yeah. Smash that like button. Do not forget, Mamelo, I'm sure you have smashed that like button. If you haven't, please remember to do so. Chuku Anna, please smash that like button. I don't see the defense ballistics coming. Come in is more witness. Come Rata will be rude. But remember, what I like about the ballistic experts is that he's a person of, you know what I'm saying. So if there's a respect for those people, it's going to be difficult to just respect this one. Boitumelo MC Master Haibo Rata will force Ntanzi to have gold tooth. Mrs. K, I've mentioned you. Please smash that like button if you haven't. Sizwe 18, thank you for being with us. Smash that like button if you haven't. Tozi Langa, smash that like button because you find your classes now. You've been complaining about them. Let me hear the caller here. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Mr. Anonymous. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very good, sir. I know I see that people are quiet tonight, so
yeah,
I might not be asked to talk for 2 minutes, but it's okay. No, I just had some few questions, man. Maybe you saw what I saw,
yeah,
or maybe you touched on it. I didn't see. There was speaking about this guy, the ballistic expert from the defense. Is it him that's sitting behind the defense?
I'm not sure. Maybe it could be him, and I'm hoping it's not him, but it's him. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I was like, there's a white man who's new sitting behind them, and it might also be the case that he's on camera.
No, I'm not sure if it's him really.
Yeah, no, I just had that question to say there's someone new and we're talking about the ballistic and the person. Remember that the proceedings, I'm not sure what happened with SABC or ENCA because it was silent at the beginning.
Yeah, it was for all of us. It was, and that's how they roll these days.
Because it just boom, and then I'm hearing about this guy, and I see a white guy at the back, and I'm like, maybe he came in today to say, "Eish, I was lambasted after I was given a time frame until the 2nd of September,
which is not good for his business."
Yeah, because now you're making him as being the guy who's was incompetent and all of this, that because Rata doesn't care if you're black or white, as long as you are for the defense, he discredits you up and down. But for the state, you might not be an expert, but he will make you one. Yeah. And then later you withdraw those status of being an expert, and then he goes silent. He doesn't correct that. He just goes silent. Yeah. Because there's been experts here that he made himself, and then Baloyi will come next because the person's evidence is being questioned, and now he's not an expert. But with the defense, it's that up and down thing. But also something that I also have to, like Joe Munari and the chats, have to give kudos to is this guy, Ramusipili. I don't know if did Rata tell Nisi to sit down?
On the 30th of August 2023, yes, he was ordered sit. Sit.
Yeah, but that Ramasipili, I think he hit it on the nail by just confirming that this guy, you cannot tell us, not, I'm just going to paraphrase, you cannot tell us that you are taking notes. We all take notes, but in different points for what matters to us, for our defense. And him trying to rectify that they must take notes of everything, that's nonsense. Why is the records there?
Yeah.
Because those things become part of the court. And I sometimes Radha truly becomes that person who wants to hear himself.
Yeah.
And when he hears himself, he's always correct because he's a judge. And yes, I agree with you that Stephanie showed him flames today and showed him that humility goes a long way.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't, and I think people like Gomez Zulu, when they address the thing of titles become a problem. And with Rata's case, this thing about him being a judge, it removes him from making that space a space for you dealing with human beings. Yes, you're a judge. You're just in a position of, yes, you studied, but you're studying to deal and to bring justice, fairness, and all these things that he asks from the defense about ethics. He forgets ethics when it comes to him, but he expects only the defense to have studied or to have been taught ethics. And then Baloyi will just clarify, no, they do teach ethics, but not him and Baloyi are not ethical in anyone who says they are ethical. They've also decided with the judge and the state that those 5 accused murdered Senzo Meyiwa.
Yes.
Because for my case is that both of them are unethical in what they've done, and even the judge president is unethical. And I know that one thing that will not happen if the judge president has to go to the parliament inquiry for justice. Sorry, Hlophe can't sit, and they probably he will have to recuse himself.
Yeah, because
I think that Hlophe would have had good questions for the JP of this High Court. But the problem is the same JP has lambasted Hlophe, and that will be the problem. But I think there really needs to be a review for Rata, even if you're retired, because this is a high-profile they bring in someone who's retired. He was supposed to spend 1 year. It would have been 1 year, July?
Yeah.
June, July. He's still on this bench. Every time the blame goes to the defense that they are dragging things, the defense does not have resources. Baloyi says, oh, the state doesn't have resources. What state doesn't have resources? We have resources for the 2 billion was used for the Zondo's inquiry that no one yet of the main culprits of politicians are behind bars. And then you want to tell us the state doesn't have money, because the state actually has our money as South Africans. But then again, I'm not there. But just to give other callers as well a time to speak, it was just probably that question about that white man sitting in the back, if he was actually the investigator. But have a wonderful evening, Mr. Anonymous. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you, you too. Right. Let me just say this, Nat. Thank you for being with us. I hope you did like, and I'm sure you did. Valen, you never. Dibuo, thank you for the like. If you haven't, please do like. Tabang Selepi, Rata treat me like a small boy. Yes, thank you for that comment, and please like the video to the tools. You're not late. You can always catch up Please like the video on your lateness. As you say, you're late, Elizabeth. Thank you for being with us. Rata is making a U-turn. Rata knew he's going to let go. He just wanted to listen to Baloyi and Gininde lies and expose them. He is joining our devil now, allegedly. That's Elizabeth. Right. Please like the video on your process. I hear you. I hear your thinking, your reasoning. Thanks, Jonathan. That's a caller. Boitumelo, I'm sure I've called you. Sibanda Skatele. Please like the video and thank you for being with us here. Just want to mention Joe Munare. Please like the video. Thank you for being with us. And if I didn't mention you, it's not my intention. I always try to get all of you. Thank you for being with us. Please like the video. Stembile Mkhwanazi Ndonga, thank you for being with us. Please like the video, our member. And yeah, that's thank you again for being our member. Brian Stoll, thank you for being with us. Please like the video. Let me see who I did not mention. Tidi Somtetwa. Thank you for being with us, Nyambos. Please like the video. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. If I haven't called you, I'm sorry. It's not my intention. Yes, Chuk. Yes to the tools. And bye, Chuku Anna. It's a bye. Bye, Mgome Zulu. Oh, hey, my daughter. Bone hore rata. Hana respect for Bonnie. Yeah, I think I'm trying to read. Yeah, I'm trying to read. Farai James, Baloyi just wanted to exclude the fact that the evidence bag wasn't sealed on the transcribed record. Is it? That's what you think? So the whole hour removing that. If they did, allegedly, everything said yes, alleged. Even the ones that are said by court, it's just an allegation, and that's it. Nothing to it. Mamela, thank you. Good night. And yeah, guys, just like the video. And until tomorrow. No lukanyo ngao. Thank you. Yeah, I've mentioned everyone. Dead. I'm done. Let me valor here. I'm closing here. Thank you, guys.